the channel, we say, what's up, Doc, with G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimate Series 3, Doc.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the G.I. Joe Medic. We've got Doc. But for all your Doc needs, make sure you're up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. But he is currently also shipping from Big Bad Toy Store. Great friends of the channel as well. Link in the description down below to support the channel. There you go. So pick him up there. You can also go to Super 7 website. Use code KYLEP, of course, at checkout to support the channel as well. Playing all the hits today, that's for sure. But Doc, an all-timer as far as the Joe Team members go. The original Joe Team medic, if you ask me. Because down the line, we got, of course, Lifeline. And then, what was the last one? Was it, oh gosh, I can picture him. Not Rampart. It was around that time, though. I'll think of it. But he was a good medic, too. Lifeline, the guy in the middle, terrible. Terrible, one of the worst guys I'd ever want. He should not be on the Joe Team. He should be working in a hospital somewhere. Don't get me started on Lifeline. Don't get me started on him. I'm sure we'll unbox him on the channel. I'm going to let all my frustrations out. I will, because Lifeline and I got a grudge back from when I was 6 years old, and it's still here to this day. But Doc, on the other hand, a guy I do not have a grudge with, he is a medic that gets it done. He's going to fix everybody's wounds. He's going to put you back together on the battlefield. And guess what? A Cobra guy comes there, he's going to pull it out and just a bam! He's going to take care of that guy right there as he's stitching you up. Where Lifeline would be like, please don't hurt, I'm a pacifist. Get out of here, Lifeline. But Doc, all day long, want him on my team. And of course, with Doc, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what old Doc's up to. Classic Doc. He went full Doc in there. Looking beautiful in the packaging design. Big window box. Of course, Doc down here. G.I. Joe Classic logo at the top. Combat Medic. Not messing around. You know he's not messing around with those glasses for sure. On the side, green, looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We got a little bit of a blurb. Got that computer readout for the Joes and Cobras too. But let's read and see what it says about our old friend Doc. Let's see. File name, Carl W. Greer is his name. I thought his first name was Greer for a second. I was going to say, has anybody ever heard anybody with the first name Greer? That's usually a last name, but no, it's Carl W. Greer, as we do know. Primary military specialty, a medical doctor, which I imagine means you have to be trained in forms of combat and stuff. Somebody can fact check that if they want. Secondary military specialty, chaplain's assistant. That's kind of good if you're dying on that battlefield. You know, Doc can help you out in more ways than one. He's a grade 03 captain, and he's from Concord, Mass. Oh, beautiful this time of year, Concord. Get some good fish up there for sure. Graduated from Harvard Medical School, completed residency at Johns Hopkins. Hoped for a guarantee of a G.I. Joe assignment upon enlistment. Told flatly that the Army made no such deals. Doc enlisted anyway and achieved his goal through ordinary channels. Now, that's just putting your mind towards something. The power of positivity, that's what I always say. You see people negative in these YouTube reviews and things, people going in with a negative peace of mind. Man, power of positivity all day long. It's going to help you. It's going to help you in your business life, your daily life, your family life. If you can look positive, 99% of the time, you're going to be good. You can always find positive in every single situation. You always got it better than somebody else. You got to remember that. And it seems that's what Doc did right there. He just said, you know what? Going to set my mind to it. I got a goal. Going to work for it. And that's what he did. Something to be learned from that there for sure. No doubt about it. And it also says he graduated from airborne school, mountaineering school like a young Alpine, and a desert training unit like a young Dusty. So playing a lot of hits right there. No doubt about it. Oh, no. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I see something wrong here. Oh man. It says, in avowed pacifist, Doc believes that the G.I. Joe team is the best we have. We send them into the worst situations imaginable because that's where we need them the most. When the going gets rough, they need something more than a pill roller, I'm their man. So there you go. So we know Lifeline's a pacifist. He's not taking a gun or anything like that. But for a second I thought Doc was, and it kind of reads like he is, but he comes with weapons. He's always had weapons. I don't know. It's getting confusing. It's getting confusing in this day and age, no doubt about it. Ups, down sometimes left is right. Who knows what's going on? There it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, plastic prison time. Let's get him out of here. Let's see what's going on with the old Doc. Doctor, please, is what a young Phil Mogg told me many years ago. I think it was at the Arcadia Theater in St. Charles, Illinois. Phil Mogg pulled me to the side and said, Doctor, please. He needed an IV. He had a tough night of drinking. There you go. The more you know. Looking good with the accessories right there. Shout out to UFO. Oh, one of the all-time best underrated bands of all time. And there's old Doc in the plastic prison. 3 heads on Doc. Oh my gosh, what is up, Doc, truly? But I'm going to take Doc offline, get him out of here, and we'll be back talking all things G.I. Joe Ultimates, Doc. All right, we got Doc out of the package, and per the course, let's start with the accessories first, and we'll start with these hands. And real cool here, we got 2 white gloved hands, which I really do like because obviously Doc out there trying to treat somebody, he's going to make sure he doesn't get blood and all kinds of stuff going on. So he's going to wear these nice little gloves here. So we do got 2 gloved hands here if he really has to do some on the battlefield surgeries right there, ready to go. I should mention 2 fists of fury out of Doc. He's ready to throw down at a moment's notice. Then we get 2 more gripping hands here. This one looks like it holds that walkie-talkie. This one will hold the weapon. So we got those, and then we got the exact opposite hands on this side as well. So you can choose your own Doc adventure as far as the hands do go. And a cool Easter egg back to Doc. He was always reading comic books, as we do remember, so we do get a little comic book here accessory. One of those cool accessories you can use with any toy line you wanted to. If you need a comic book for a figure photography thing, you could use that for sure. So a comic book with him. Talked about that walkie-talkie. Got this one too at 802 it says, but you got to have a walkie-talkie. You know, he's going to be talking on there. Joe team, Wild Bill here. You know, Wild Bill, I'm bringing in Blowtorch. He got his arm blown off and he just stitch it back up. Okay, I'm Doc. I'm ready to go. Let me put this comic book down. You can do some of that kind of stuff if you need to. And of course, he is a medic, so he's got to have his medic kit right here. Does open up like a little briefcase. I like that. Looking very good. You got 2 different scissors in here. You got Band-Aids. You might need more than that kind of stuff. And some gauze pads and stuff. But it is a first aid kit, of course. That little cross on the front, the little plus sign. You know exactly what you're getting yourself into there. Doc, I guess, very forward fashion. He's got his Merce going on here. His Merce. Looking good here. You got some pouches on the side as well. But you never know what he might have in this bag. Something to help out the wounded. He's a doctor, after all. Then we move into the weapons here. We get that classic G.I. Joe weapon. One of the most classic weapons. Seemed like in the cartoon everybody had one of these. Of course, all the green shirts as well. Just a very classic weapon for the Joe team. You see this, you know exactly what is up with that. And then we do get a little bit of a pistol action here. And it looks like he can hold that in his side. Love this little pistol here. It almost looks like a needle gun or something. Like it looks like he's going to give a shot with it or something. But a little pistol here for Doc looking good. And then we continue on over here. And this is pretty cool because if you go back to his original file card back in the day, he's kind of on there stoking one of these things is. It's a little missile and a little rocket launcher right here. And this is what he's doing on the card. So a little bit of an Easter egg back to Doc's file card packaging design back in the Real American Hero action figure days from Hasbro. So very on brand for Doc right there. I'm here for that. Now we got the heads on Doc. Now Doc's helmet is removable. I feel like I have to display him with the helmet on though. That helmet is so iconic and a piece of Doc. You do got the glasses here. You got kind of those green lenses in here against the white frames. Always knew that was Doc at the end of the day. Always looked really good. And this head sculpt looks pretty good right here. Now we got 2 more head sculpts for him. First one we look at, same kind of thing going on, same glasses, same hair throughout, but he's got the yelling, screaming head. He's just, you know, he's very confused. He's on the battlefield. He's trying to save lives. Temper's getting out there. Temper's getting there for Doc. But you got the screaming mad face, and then you got one with a little coy little smile here. This is when times are good. A little bit more smiley on this one. But besides that, the head, everything else looks kind of the same. It's just pretty much the mouth direction that's different. A little eyebrow changes too as well. But you got the same black hair going on. But once again, choose your own head adventure with old Doc here. Now we're going to dive into Doc. I guess we'll run through the articulation real quick. Arm's going to go all the way around for us. Little bicep cut action. Single jointed elbow. Little side to side there at the old elbow. Hands removable. Back forth, side to side. Fists of Fury, as we mentioned. He's got this red bracelet on as well. You got the old ab crunch on Doc, looking good. Little bit of waist articulation. Splits if you need them. Oh my gosh, very tight there. And of course, you got the holder there for the pistol if you need it. Bend at the knee. No side to side at the knee. And then you get ankles back and forth, up and down. You got the brown boots, and then the very tan outfit here, looking very stereotypical of a moment in time of a doctor on the Army battlefield. Maybe that's just me, but this is what I think of, like 70s, early 80s. This is what I think of. You watch TV shows from that time, you see things, you kind of see a lot of doctors and stuff like this dressed like this. So it is on brand for what it is. You got the plus sign on the shoulder, plus sign on the chest up there. Some pockets in there sculpted in. Nice belt going on with a little red to match the forearm wristbands here, kind of bringing it all back home. Like a young Bob Dylan again at the end of the day. But a good one here. And Doc will never be like a top 20 favorite Joe for me. Definitely my favorite medic on the Joe team. Always enjoyed him in the cartoon. Seemed like a good guy. A good guy I'd be a good friend with, I think, at the end of the day. But an interesting one for Series 3. We're very early in the line. To get a Doc this early does seem a little bit strange, but man, I'm here for it. Give me all the Joes at the end of the day. Let's really build out that universe, and I guess they're working towards that with Doc in an early series. And very crazily enough, they just announced from Hasbro that they're getting a Doc in the Classified series. So it's all coming up Doc here in 2024. Who knew? Hopefully we can do a top 5 Doc on the channel one of these days. That would be a riveting video. I'm sure it would be. Everybody loves those field medics and doctors, things like that. But Doc looking pretty good. Now, does Doc fit on a ringside collectible stand? Of course, the WWE stands that we use. Yes, he does. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. Fits really good there. Doc, a good one. Will it go down as the best one ever? No, but it is cool to get some of these deeper cuts. Not that Doc's a super deep cut, but there's a lot of guys and gals, don't forget the gals, that I think people would like ahead of Doc. But I'm here for it. As long as we get those guys in the end, I'm here for a little Doc, and we can put a little Snake Eyes next to him, build out that Joe team. That Joe team keeps on building, and we're going to keep building and unboxing these Super 7 Ultimates here on the channel. So far we've got the Cobra Trooper done. We got Storm Shadow. We did get Doc just now. Series 3, we got to finish it off with Scarlet, a heavy hitter in the line here. We'll finish that one off. So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel as we got all these unboxings, of course, on the channel. But what's your thoughts on Doc? How do you feel about Doc? Was he your favorite medic, or were you a Lifeline guy? Yeah, be honest. Were you a Lifeline guy? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you over on the Patreon channel. Patreon, early access to both YouTube channel videos, giveaways, pizza reviews, dog stuff, Q&As, you name it. It's all going on over there in the old Patreon channel. Patreon, the best way to support the channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Doc and the G.I. Joe team, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.